Picture this. It's 1950. Your grandmother gets her paycheck, cashes it at the bank, and comes home with a stack of bills. She sits at the kitchen table with a dozen envelopes labeled rent, groceries, utilities, savings. She carefully divides her cash between them, and that's it, her budget for the month. Simple, tangible, effective. Fast forward to today. We tap cards, send money with apps, and barely see physical cash anymore. So the question is, does the envelope budgeting system still work in our digital age? Let's find out. The envelope budgeting system is beautifully simple. Here's how it works. First, you identify your spending categories, things like groceries, entertainment, gas, dining out, and so on. Then, you determine how much money you can allocate to each category for the month. Finally, you take cash and physically place it into envelopes, one for each category. The rule? Once an envelope is empty, you're done spending in that category until next month. No borrowing from other envelopes. No exceptions. The genius of this system is its tangibility. When you hand over physical cash, you feel it leaving your possession. That psychological pain of payment is real and immediate. It makes you think twice before buying that third coffee of the day. Let's talk about why this old-school method was so effective and why those principles still matter today. Principle 1. Physical pain. Studies in behavioral economics show that paying with cash activates pain centers in our brain more than swiping a card or tapping a phone. It's called the pain of paying, and it's a powerful deterrent to overspending. Principle 2. Visual limits. When you can literally see your money running out, you adjust your behavior. An empty envelope is an undeniable signal. Compare that to checking a bank app. Numbers on a screen don't hit the same way. Principle 3. Pre-commitment. By allocating money up front, you're making spending decisions in advance when you're rational and calm, not in the moment when you're tempted by a sale or craving takeout. Principle 4. Accountability without complexity. No spreadsheets, no apps, no financial degree needed. Just envelopes and discipline. Now, here's where we need to be honest. The world has changed dramatically since envelope budgeting's heyday. Challenge 1. We don't use cash anymore. Many of us go weeks without touching physical money. Rent is paid online. Subscriptions auto-deduct. Even coffee shops prefer cards. In some places, cash isn't even accepted anymore. Challenge 2. Digital-only expenses. How do you put cash in an envelope for Netflix? For your car insurance that auto-pays? For that Amazon purchase? You can't. Challenge 3. Security and convenience. Keeping hundreds of dollars in cash at home isn't practical or safe for many people. Plus, carrying multiple envelopes around town? That's not exactly convenient. Challenge 4. Missing out on benefits. Credit card rewards, purchase protection, fraud protection, cashback. These are real benefits that you forfeit when you go cash only. Here's the good news. The principles of envelope budgeting are timeless, even if the execution needs updating. Here are ways people are making it work today. Option 1. Hybrid approach. Use physical envelopes for your variable, discretionary spending, groceries, entertainment, personal care, where you have the most control. Handle fixed bills digitally. This gives you the psychological benefit where it matters most. Option 2. Digital envelope apps. Apps like Enab, You Need a Budget, Good Budget, and Envelopes replicate the envelope system digitally. You allocate digital dollars to digital categories. When a category runs out, you stop spending. It's not as visceral as cash, but the framework is identical. Option 3. Multiple bank accounts. Open several checking accounts or use banks that offer sub-accounts. Label each one like an envelope. Groceries, fund money, emergency fund. Transfer your allocated amounts when you get paid. Only spend from the designated account. Option 4. Weekly cash allowances. Instead of envelopes for everything, give yourself a weekly cash allowance for discretionary spending. Everything else goes on a card, but this one envelope keeps you honest about the extras. This system isn't for everyone, but it shines for certain people. Chronic overspenders. If you regularly blow through your budget and can't figure out where your money goes, the envelope system's hard limits are exactly what you need. Visual learners. Some people need to see their money to manage it. If spreadsheets and apps don't click for you, physical envelopes might. Debt fighters. When you're aggressively paying down debt, the discipline of envelope budgeting can accelerate your progress by eliminating mindless spending. Budget beginners. If you've never budgeted before, envelopes are a low-tech, foolproof way to start. No learning curve required. Couples who argue about money. The envelope system creates clear, objective boundaries that can reduce financial conflict. The envelope doesn't lie or make excuses. So, does the envelope budgeting system still work in 2025? The honest answer, yes and no. The literal cash in envelopes method? It's challenging for most people to implement fully in a digital economy. It's not impossible, but it requires significant lifestyle adjustments. But the philosophy behind envelope budgeting, the principle of allocating every dollar a job before you spend it, the idea of hard category limits, the psychological benefit of making money tangible and finite, that's as relevant today as it was 75 years ago. The magic wasn't in the envelopes themselves. It was in the mindset they created. It was about intentionality, boundaries, and awareness. Those things never go out of style. Here's my advice. Don't get hung up on the method. Get hung up on the principles. Ask yourself, do I know where my money is going? Have I given every dollar a purpose before I spend it? Do I have clear limits that I actually respect? If the answer is no, then maybe you need some version of the envelope system in your life. Whether that's literal envelopes, a budgeting app, multiple bank accounts, or something you invent yourself, the format doesn't matter. What matters is this: intentional money management will always beat mindless spending. Structure will always beat chaos. And awareness will always beat ignorance. The envelope budgeting system taught generations of people how to live within their means. That lesson doesn't expire just because the delivery method evolves. So take what works, adapt what doesn't, and build a system that actually serves you in the life you're living today. Your financial future will thank you. If you found this helpful, consider trying one version of envelope budgeting this month, even just for one spending category. See how it feels, notice what changes, and most importantly, be honest with yourself about what you discover, because the best budget isn't the perfect one. It's the one you'll actually stick to.